Hey, well, now it's time for Star Wars Clone Wars Season 7, Episode 11, Shattered. Well, this is almost it. It's, it's after her 7 seasons, and, 12 years in this series, the time has come. 15 years since Revenge of the Sith. If this line still finds new ways to give me chills, execute Order 66. I totally called it. With a paralleling the Revenge of the Sith. This technically isn't a spoiler given how they've been building to this ever since they announced this revival as a limited series. And it has not disappointed. Not only does it also explain how Rex was deprogrammed, how he showed up in Rebels as well. It's also I also really like the elements and when the news drops and another perspective in which both Ahsoka and Maul feel what's happening, much like how Yoda did it as one by one on their are turned on and driven to hiding and near extinction. And I also really like the whole, especially in the second half, where with few options left, even as Maul has been captured, or presumably have been taken away for processing, and though this does lead to what happens with his actions, his appearances in Rebels, as well as his affiliation with Crimson Dawn. I'd like to see more of that in the near future, explore potentially. And I really like the idea of the two of them essentially forced to form an enemy mine in order to get through this. It happens from time to time in other series, and it's a concept I actually kind of like, where two ones with on opposite sides have to basically make situations bigger than them. And oh yes, lots of homages, right with Easter eggs to who events the saga, past, present, and most likely future as well, chronologically speaking. And especially with actually trying to find the biochip that triggers the order. I know that whole "we were just following orders" meme is going on a lot lately, but this one, I submit that's no truer meme that's really a meme to my eyes. Yeah. On that note, I also really like the hallway fights near the end of this one. It may not be quite as impressive as the one Vader had at the end of Rogue One, and in my book, but in terms of how much investment having the character and the and the series, I had to say it's a close second. Since especially how parallel was a lot of ones, how like the walls, ceilings, doors, and the floor are used as weapons, and albeit for a different reason, but still, it also, even though Ahsoka, when she joined the Order, she echoed the sentiments that they are meant to be peacekeepers as Jedi, but not soldiers. However, now that she's left the Order, and has gained new perspectives on it, as have I as a viewer, I can definitely see that, again, as I've been making sure to point out, that this is not the same person and who once hid under a box with Anakin Solid Snake style. She is no longer Padawan either. She is, to the end, and a brave a powerful ally, a soldier, and a good friend. I mean, I am adamant, I believe that shows and characters should get better over time. And regardless of what happens with finale only on Tuesday, since it's not going to be on Friday like initially thought, but it's kind of fit for the usual May the 4th celebration they tend to have, and regardless whether or not what's might happen in a couple weeks, I definitely he can't admit it that that it's definitely I'm seriously considering going back and looking at the other seasons kind of individually. I'll also make sure to watch every episode and make sure I have all these details correct, which is what I usually do when I review an entire season or even an entire series for that matter. I also make sure I check like other sources I have access to whenever I can, and in fact, sometimes in the process I had to change some details, but otherwise I'm pretty good at getting out what I want to. Like what I want to say usually is not the problem. How I want to say it is often trickier, especially in this day and age. So I will definitely hey we'll be seeing you all on Tuesday then, and for the conclusion later.